personally, when I think of that and I try and think of like, okay, what are we? Like, what genre are we? It just, like, I only come away with wanting to smash my head on cement. I don't think we're ever going to have a place that we'll be able to dig out for ourselves that will be totally comfortable. You know what I mean? But I also don't think that we're uncomfortable. Whatever we are, if that becomes popular again, then like, sick, you know, like, hey, maybe I can like move out of like the room that I, you know, lived my entire life in. We're doing fine, you know, dealing with the backlash of all the kids that loved us 2 years ago and now think that, you know, the kind of music that we play is shit. With every album, you know, I was in a different sort of state of mind than I was in the previous one, you know? So, like, for example, you know, Prophets was I loved life. I thought it was sick. And then, you know, fast forward to 2 years and I'm miserable and don't want to be alive. And, I mean, I feel like there's a happy medium on Difference Between Hell and Home. With the lyrical content of Difference Between Hell and Home, I was definitely like, I was having trouble sort of, you know, having these experiences to go off of in terms of, you know, what I was going to write lyrics about. But if anything, I think that sort of helped. It helped our band not be so black and white, and the lyrics weren't just, I'm mad, I'm sad, like, poor me. Basically, I wanted to challenge myself. I wanted to be able to write better. I wanted to push myself to, you know, to a spot that I've never been when it comes to writing before. When I was done writing lyrics, it was like I was done a race, and I was just like, okay, like, it's like no more, like, I'm done, I'm finally finished. I think that the next record will be, I mean, who knows, like, you know, it might be even weirder, and there might be a massive backlash of people being like, okay, this guy went full on crazy and I don't know what he's talking about. But hey, I mean, whatever. I have the world convinced of my contentment. No truth in this. I do want to keep things more broad for sure from now on, just because, I don't know, I've for the longest time, for most of my life, I let everything be just black and white, and I don't want it to be anymore, because that's very, very restricting, and it's like a really shitty way to live. So I want to expand, man. I want to be that, like, butterfly out of the cocoon, you know? It's not, you know, young kids recording for the first time, just fresh out of high school anymore. When ideas come at you, you learn how to take them and how to, you know, basically you appreciate someone else's opinion. I wish I had it! Now we know not to rush it. It doesn't matter if it could take us 2 weeks or it could take us 2 months. It doesn't matter. It's like this physical record that we are going to have, and that is going to be put out to a bunch of people. You know, it needs to be perfect. You know what I mean? Why are you going to mass produce this thing that is just meh? With The Current Will Carry Us, I don't know, like, it's not that we weren't satisfied with the record. It was just like, you know, I feel that we were sort of rushed. I'm not ashamed of it. I will always be proud of the songs that we had. It's just like, realistically, I feel like we could have, you know, put out an EP or something that had like The Disconnect and Reflection and The Constant and I Am No One on it. We're definitely going to miss Alex's writing. We're going to miss having that sort of, you know, hit, that like Alex input that he had with the band. But I don't know. I mean, Adrian is, it's just, it's different. You know what I mean? Like he's not terribly into the kind of music that we play. He's not huge into heavy music at all. You know what I mean? Like he's like a pop, or like, you know, like his favorite band's like Jimmy Eat World. I am left to conquer the mountains in my mind. feel like he has more of a, I don't know what you would call it, like an ear, like the same kind of ear that like a producer would have. Say Adrian just goes brain dead and can't contribute a single thing to the writing process, and we'll still like we'll still have Jesse, so we'll be fine. I remember our first practice. It was in like January of 2007. It was cold out, you know, snow, and like Ryan had to like lug his drums, like carry them, you know, like 14 blocks to Jesse's house. We sort of made it out past the, you know, Ontario, like, you know, the Canadian band sort of were doomed to tour Ontario out to the East Coast and back once every 3 months, and like that's how we make our money, and we never go anywhere else. Like, yeah, luckily, like, thank whatever you believe in, God or whatever, we've made it. Like we've gotten past that at the very least, because that sounds like, literally sounds like what hell is like. There's so many bands that never expected anything, and they just want to play music, and they just want to tour, and the money is so far down on their priorities list. And those are the exact bands that, you know, now when, like, if there's anything I can do to help, like, email me, like BrendanMurphyX@gmail.com. Email me if you think I can help you with anything. Let me know. You know, just because we had to live that. We had to kiss everybody's ass, and we had to be the band that got shit on for the first, you know, 4 years we were playing shows because nobody wanted to help us out. And the dudes who were in the bands that, you know, were doing well back then would hear our band name and scoff and be like, fuck them. I will never do that as long as I am alive, as long as this band is going. Like, I will never be that guy, because those people suck, and those are the people that we had to deal with. As shitty as it is to say, like, you know, and like I'm smirking already, like, it is pretty tight to know that we worked really hard, and, you know, now, you know, these bands popping up full of the dudes that wouldn't give us the time of day back in the day are trying to, you know, like they're trying to, like, you know, one up and get, you know, hey man, like, remember when, like, yeah, back in the day you guys opened for us? It's like, yeah, motherfucker, like, remember when you know, like, made fun of us to everybody and were the reason why we couldn't get shows in our hometown? What if we were to just give up when all those other bands and promoters and, like, idiots wouldn't give us the time of day and sort of just, like, brush us off and shit on us? If I didn't have this, like, what would I have? At least I can say I try to cherish every single day. There's nothing that, to me, that is cooler than what I get to do with my band. You know, like, what we get to do and where we get to go and the people we get to meet and the shows we get to play. When I woke up, this music shit that we've all, you know, lend like a huge part of our life to is really incredible. I look my head to the bone, trying to stay suspended in those specific seconds. It's both the best and worst thing ever, but, you know, I'm still here. But I know haven't broken up yet. I just counted down the 7 years, 3 vans, $20,000+ in repairs, and we're still here. So whatever. You know, it's gonna take a bit more than that to kill us. So come kill me if you don't like our band and want us to break up. Fuck.